Hello and welcome to lesson 3 in the last spiral, spiral number 5. And today we're looking at interior and exterior angles in polygons. So I want you to be able to determine how to find the sum of a missing angle in a polygon. All right, so the lesson starts off, we're looking at the exterior angles of polygons. So that's basically multi-sided shapes, and we're looking at the exterior angles. So we know from previous lessons that the interior angles of a triangle, so A, B, and C, we know they add up to 180. So I'm going to go over to the side here. We know that A plus B plus C equals 180, which means it's the interior angles equal 180. Okay? So that is the first thing that we know. Now, we know that, for example, oops, can't use B. So what are we on here? D, E, and F. We know that the angles in a straight line, all right, so a straight line, we're looking at maybe that one right there, or we're looking at this one right here. So we know the two angles make up 180 degrees. So that's 180 degrees, all right? So we know that off to the side, A plus D equals 180. We know that B and E equal 180. And we know that C plus F equals 180. All right? So if we add up all of those angles, so what I'm saying is we know this is 180, we know this is 180, and we know this is 180. Let's go ahead and let's add that up. So this is all the angles that we have or are involved with in this particular shape. So we end up with 180 times 3, which gives me 540 degrees. Now, here's the cool thing. All right? The cool thing is, let's take out our interior angles. So I'm just going through and doing a little bit of a proof. We know that A, B, and C add up to 180. So that's right here. All right. We also added A, B, and C to this total of 540. So let's take the interior angles out. All right. So as a continuation, if we take out A, B, and C, what happens? Well, we would have 540 degrees was the total. We know that A, B, and C add up to 180 always. And if we did that, 540 minus the 180, we get 360. All right, so what does that tell us? Therefore, in the shape above here, it tells me that if I have those angles outside, D, E, and F, those exterior angles will add up to 360 degrees. So D plus E plus F equals 360 degrees. So there is our proof on what the sum of the exterior angles will add up to. All right, so that's one of the concepts we want to know. And if we move to the next section of the note, what happens if we have four-sided shape? Okay, so let's try this with a quadrilateral. So how many interior, exterior pairs are there? So there would be one pair, two pairs, and maybe, how about I go through and I'm going to label them. So inside, let's go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. All right, so how many pairs are there? So, well, there's EA, BF, CG, BH. So that means that there are four pairs. What is the total of all the interior and exterior pairs? All right, well, we know they're all 180. All right, so each one adds up to 180, but now we have four of them. So if we do 4 times 180, we get 720 degrees. Now, in a four-sided shape, what do all the angles add up to? So what does A plus B plus C plus D equal, okay? No, there's no sense. Don't yell out the answer. This is a video, okay? You can't answer me, all right? You look silly talking to your screen right now. All right, so A plus B plus C plus D, a four-sided shape, has 360 degrees. So the exterior angles in the quadrilateral, so if we use the same process as we did before, our total, which is 720, and we subtract off the interior, so exactly what we did with the triangle on the previous page, then we do 720 minus the 360, it comes out to be 360. It was crazy, all right? So those angles add up to 360 degrees. So again, in this case, E plus F plus G plus H equals 360 degrees. So what does that mean? It means that always the exterior angles on any shape will always add up to 360 degrees. All right, so both have exterior angles that add to 360 degrees. All right, so what do you think the total of all exterior angles in a pentagon would be? So that's a five-sided shape. I'm going to scroll down here. Sound effects always help. So now I extend each side. Boom, 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 boom. So what do you think A plus B, C, D, and E will add up to? Da, 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 da. It will be 360 degrees. All right, so there we go. That is kind of a neat concept, but it's very specific. So again, you're going to see this, if you're going to see it, you're going to see it in a multiple choice question. You may see it in a short answer and in terms of finding the unknown angles. So a couple of examples here, how to find D. For example, one, we want to find D. We're going back and we're doing a bit of review on previous concepts here. So in this case here, if we're looking for D, because of the symmetry, I think there's a little bit of a whoopsie here. I think these two sides, I don't think all the sides are equal. So if we want to put double hatch marks there. From the symmetry, we know that this angle and the other angle, sorry, you got to be careful here because everyone thinks opposite angles are equal. Not true, all right? So in this case, I'm going to pen over, don't do this. In this triangle, these two triangles turn out to be the same. So that means that, yes, the 136 does translate down here, all right? But those other two angles are not the same. So we have a four-sided shape. So the interior angles add to 360. We want to subtract 136, subtract 136, subtract 32. All right, and if we do that, we end up with 56 degrees. So this angle here is 56 degrees. So therefore, we know that 180 minus the 56 degrees equals D. So 180 minus the 56, okay, is 124 degrees. So that is your value for D. All right. In the next one, let's take a look here. So what I can do, you got to pick your battles. This I can figure out right away. Okay, I know that 180 minus 38 will equal Z. So therefore, Z will equal 180 minus the 38 is 142 degrees. So we have Z. All right, so circle, and we know that. Okay, now you can do this a couple of different ways. It's really up to you. Because of what I know now, I know that the exterior angles, and I'm going to use that because that's what the lesson was on. I know that Z plus 85 plus y equals 360. So all those three exterior angles add up to 360. We now know that z is 142. All right, so I'm throwing an extra step in here. Collecting up like terms, we have 142 and 85. So we get 227 plus y equals 360. Again, algebra skills. How do we get y by itself? We subtract 227. So 360 minus 227. And I get y equals 133 degrees. So now I know y over here. So now if I want to find x, and I'm kind of running out of space here, so I'm going to do a bit of a shrink. So group. My last calculation then is, I know that 180 minus 133 is x, so I do 180 minus that, and I get x equals 47. Is it the only way you could have done it? No, it's not. I just wanted to show off our new skill that we learned. All right. Finally, in this last question, it wants us to find the value of x if they're regular polygons. Okay, so this is what we know. We know that all the exterior angles, all right, add up to 360. So there are 5 in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, missed that one, 5. So 5 exterior angles. Now, in this case, because it's a regular polygon, all right, regular polygon means all of those angles are the same. So that means that there are really 5 x's here. So I just want to get rid of my check marks. Oops, it's going the wrong way. Sorry. So that's going to be x, that's x, that's x, and that's x. So that means I have 5 x's, and those 5 x's add up to 360 degrees. All right, so now we're back to just a simple algebra question. We divide both sides by 5, and we're going to find that that x value is 72. All right, so there we go. So regular polygons are really nice because we know we're going to have, for example, in the next one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 angles in total here. So that's 7 exterior angles. So that means that I have 7 x's in this case, and they all add up to 360. So again, just some simple algebra. 360 divided by 7. We end up with approximately 51.4 degrees. Again, is it the only way you could do that? No, we taught you in a previous unit another way to do it. So now you have multiple ways to approach these questions. So if you have any questions, this is the time to make sure you ask or get help. But you want to go ahead and you want to try some of the homework questions and see how they go. We'll see you in the next video.